Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and today something a little bit exciting. I've got the premiere of the SqualeMatic in front of me. I got a couple of different executions. These came to us recently. They are not for sale on the website yet, but they will be. We're going to be presenting them at the Worn and Wound Wind-Up Fair this weekend, the end of October 2016. And we'll have these models there, and you can get handsy with them if you want, but I figured for now I'll be able to show them to the camera. I'll compare it to regular 50 Atmos that I have here, and you can see that this is it's a souped up 50 Atmos, if you will. So I'm going to dive right in and get into the one in the middle, because that's probably the most visually, I guess visually appealing, because it's got that shocking blue dial. It's got the bicolor bezel, blue and white, and you know, the most popular model of the Squale 50 Atmos by far was the blue, and I'm going to bring the blue next to it. We'll talk about sizing in a minute, but you can see it's certainly larger, but it's also a different shade of blue, much lighter, still sunburst, very gorgeous. Watch has a lot of depth to it. This is, it's the 50 Atmos as it was explained to me, a year ago. It's going to be like the 50 Atmos, souped up on steroids, and that's really what it is. It's just it's got so much presence, yet it's still so beautiful. So let's flip the watch around and we'll take a look at it here. So as I said, and this is the blue dial. It comes in 3 executions, 2 black dials and the blue dial, and the black dials differ slightly, and we'll get into that. They've retained the orange minute hand, the white hour hand, unidirectional 60 click bezel. You got the Squale logo and the 60 Atmos, so it's a 600 meter water resistant watch. The crown is very nicely tucked away again at the 4 o'clock position, so it's not going to bother you when you wear it. They're all going to be individually numbered. You'll notice they have actually dropped the side of the case. They used to etch the Squale logo and the Squale name into the side of the case. That is gone. The bezel itself, I'm not sure if it's ceramic. It's definitely lacquered over, so it's very smooth, unlike the 50 Atmos, which had a regular aluminum insert. This is more like the 2002 insert. It's extremely smooth, and you can see it's shiny. It's got some kind of a coating on it to protect it. You can see that nice sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating popping up. These come with 22 millimeter lugs, so it's got its own set of strap options. This is, of course, the Milanese mesh bracelet. I'm keeping it all wrapped up. But like I said, this is the 50 Atmos, just kind of like blown up a bit. So let's talk about size specs. So we'll start with the tip to tip, which is from here to here. It's around a 51 millimeter watch. The diameter of the case, I'm going to show you where I measure. I measure directly from the 3 to the 9. So from here, over to here. That's around 42.5 millimeter. The bezel itself sticks out proud of the case by a little bit. You can see the bezel sticking out. So the bezel diameter is more closer to a 44. And the 50 Atmos was no stranger to this. They did the same thing on this one. The bezel stuck out just a bit, so it actually increased the size of the watch. So we did the same thing here. So with the bezel, it's around a 44. And with that nice dome sapphire, you've got a full 16 millimeters of thickness. And you can see they've retained Swiss made on the dial. So Squale is, again, an Italian company. They make their watches in Switzerland. So this is Swiss made, so it's got a Swiss automatic movement inside. I believe it still retains the ETA 2824, which is the workhorse of the Swiss watch fleet. So like I said, they make it in a couple different, two black dials. So here's the first black dial. I love this. This is kind of this black and orange Halloween theme going here. Very nice. Orange accents. And they've brought it up into the bezel as well. I think the bezel is interestingly done. From the 30 to 45 is not marked, whereas conventionally it's the 0 to the 15 is marked only. So it's a little bit different look here. Why that's done, I'm actually not sure. I don't know if there's any kind of significance to it from a diving perspective, or if it's just design. So now the case here is more of a matte rather than a polish that we saw on the blue. A satin finish, not a blasted finish. And they've matched that, you know, to the bezel also has the same finish on it. It's a matte finish. And then the other black is the polished case black. Now there are no reference numbers yet, guys. I don't know what these model numbers are going to be yet. But now you've got the polished black, excuse me. They've lost the orange accent. I mean, still the orange minute hand. But you see now the dial, the markers are more like the 2002 markers, that reflective, shiny, you know, applied markers. So I can, you know, I'll put these two side by side. You can see the differences in the markers. And I'll try to bring up the blue. And you can see them all side by side. Of course, they're all luminescent. I'll do a night shot real fast. I'll put this down, flip the light. They all glow well. I'd like to bring this one up close to the camera. So you can see the markers don't glow that much, if at all. There's a little bit of red to them that's kind of peeking out. Whereas on these the markers glow. Turn the lights back on. As I said, there's a lot of strap options with these. I'll show you some of the ones that we've got. I've taken each one on a popular strap and just, you know, for purposes of the video. So here's a black dial polished on this brown, you know, kind of simple strap with the tied off stitching, just like their regular 50 Atmos straps that are very popular. Nice. Then the blue's always popular on this honey brown, this tan color strap. It looks great. And then there's also, so here's the other black on a NATO, which is the matte case with the orange accents. You put this on a black and orange strap, or a black leather strap with orange stitching, it's really going to pop nicely. What I like to do next is just put one on the wrist so you can see what it looks like. Again, on my puny wrist. Maybe I'll do the 50 Atmos first so you can get an idea, and then we'll put on the SqualeMatic and you can see the difference in size. So here's my 50 Atmos blue with the mesh bracelet that I wear often. You know, it fits very well. This is definitely a perfect size watch for me. And now here is the SqualeMatic 60 Atmos blue on my wrist. Now again, it's a bigger watch, but I would still wear it. And I'm, you know, obviously I have a vested interest, but I don't wear anything that's disgustingly large. And if you could see the side view, the way they've made the case, the lugs fit my wrist perfectly. And again, I do not have large wrists. I mean, I guess I don't have particularly small wrists. Maybe 6 3/4. I'm in the lower percentile of wrist size. Maybe average is more like a 7 1/4. But it fits me just fine. Very comfortable. So once again, this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com and also from SqualeWatches.com, showing you the new SqualeMatic 60 Atmos watch. This watch, again, was originally debuted at Basel 2016. We thought we'd have it in the summertime. It didn't materialize, and now it seems we're starting to get initial sample deliveries, so we're hoping to offer you these soon. Price we didn't discuss, honestly, because I don't know it yet. It's going to be north of the 1521 and south of the 2002, so I'm going to guess somewhere in the low thousands. 1100, 1200, I really don't know a price yet, so do not quote me to it. But again, this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com and SqualeWatches.com. If you liked this video, please like it. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below and I will be sure to answer them as quickly as I can. Thank you very much.